And Gordon, Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
Now a guy who played his high school ball at Miami Central, it's James Cook. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercises before this one, and they're paying off.
He's got a man. It's his fullback. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. Allen now looks to throw. Man open downfield is Diggs. He's got it. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one good for 37 yards.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll run with Cook. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a second and goal. Allen going to throw. Touchdown, Bills! Dalton Kincaid, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bills will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
It's Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
And he said he was feeling good in the lead up to the season, and he proved it in a big way in Week 1 with 4 touchdown passes. Had the offense moving at peak efficiency right at the start of the year. Awfully impressive.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up first and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. You look at this Buffalo defense. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the #1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game They've got to do both.
22 yards there, a first down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Throw caught by Achane. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. And that last throw, CD, going to move him even further up that all-time passing leaderboard as he just moved beyond Broadway Joe Namath at 27,663 yards.
And that's impressive because Joe Namath, my goodness, he could throw a football. I mean, it was just gorgeous the way he threw it. Rallied his Jets to a Super Bowl win, one of the greatest upsets in NFL history. Broadway Joe, the man.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. This duo locked in. 14 yards there. And a first down.
And they'll use him out of the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Cooper Kupp with career touchdown number 75. And the Dolphins respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. Now, early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
To throw, it's Allen. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Josh Allen coming in from that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7. Charles, a nice play there, wasting no time making his presence felt for this defense.
And we heard the same conversation around the league. A lot of people were surprised that he was available, and they let him go, and now he's going to make a big-time impact with his new squad.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Play action, now it's Tua. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
On play action, here's Tua. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
Despite writing it down in my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Tyreek Hill's got another one. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
4 yards to go on 2nd down from the 7. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Tua. He'll dump this off to Achane. Touchdown, Dolphins! Devon Achane, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Buffalo offense back out ready to go. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Allen's throw taken in by Diggs. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. To the air, Allen. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down at a yard. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Now Allen. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. Throwing now is Allen. And that will be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Dolphins offense returning to the field. Now their last two drives both ending in touchdowns. It's gotten them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
A big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. His throw incomplete.
But he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Tua. That is caught. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Tua's throw here hauled in by Cup. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Coming on a very strong gain of 24.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
That'll be caught. It's Cup. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
That's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end. And he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down.
Not quite enough to get into the end zone, but what a nice play there. He makes the catch, tries to turn upfield and get to the pylon, but doesn't quite get there. But they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal from very short range.
And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't.
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Devon Achane, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. It's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Bills offense now for one final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Allen, that is caught. Kincaid with it.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now Allen throwing on second down.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. The crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started over at the Superdome in New Orleans, where you see the final score there. The Saints get off to a hot start as they make it 2 straight with the home victory. Next, we'll take the trip north to the Steel City to check on the Steelers at home in Pittsburgh. And they were losers in that game as they fall to the visiting Kansas City Chiefs. Isaiah Pacheco, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. And then lastly, the nation gets a good one on Monday night between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Green Bay Packers. These two coaching staffs likely going through their final adjustments for the second half. One of these teams is going to emerge 2-0. But who will it be? To find out, let's go back to Brandon and Charles.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. From way up at the 23.
You know, we always talk about the chess match in a football game, but we're usually talking about offensive coordinator versus defensive coordinator. How about the special teams coaches? I think we just saw a big-time adjustment by one to help his team get a spark to start the second half.
A quick running on first down, but this defense up to the task there as they stop him before he can even get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 1 officially.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Allen firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And and they rallied and made the tackle.
The kick by Bass is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball to the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They were winners over the Jets a week ago, and they are in the driver's seat right now as well. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
I know at retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay, good.
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissues.
Now Achane on 1st and 10.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now Tua. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 22-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now, this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Finding Waddle crossing the field and bringing it in. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Achane will score. Touchdown, Miami.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Sanders on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. A drive that time of 6 plays.
And the drive finished off with a touchdown run from Devon Achane.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
So here's the Bills offense. Now they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get
Stephon Diggs
down the left sideline. Stephon Diggs.
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 75 yards.
And the Bills get a bit closer.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Taken at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
So now here come the Dolphins.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa.
They'll let this go deep for Waddle.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side.
And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35.
It's a big play there for Miami. 42 yards.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Tua sets up to pass it. Short throw, it's Higbee. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
They'll run for it with Achane.
And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Achane here, they stay on the ground.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane.
And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins.
Cooper Kupp
With a 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Dolphins are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Well, I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up 1st downs. And if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
And he pushed it right. It's no good. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Allen's throw is complete, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Allen will try again on 2nd down. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid.
The Bills on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Allen now on 1st down. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Dolphins force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Miami set to take over. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at their own 27.
And off to Achane to begin the drive.
Taking it right down Broadway.
Inside the 20.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Devon Achane,
73 yards.
And the Dolphins are on their way to a 2-0 start.
Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 24. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The football back to the Bills and Stephon Diggs.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play.
We'll get an update when we come back to Miami.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes, and boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Tackled on the play by Kyer Elam. Good gain there on first down. It keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They're in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Again, it's Achane. Fighting through. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will be out of bounds. A good yardage there, and he'll get a second to catch his breath as it leads us right into the 2-minute warning. A run straight ahead with Achane. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Buffalo set to get the football back here. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. That'll be complete to Cook. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 47-yard line.
Allen going to throw. This taken in by Kincaid. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 32-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
And the Bills' 1st down.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for the Dolphins, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they'll fall to 1-1.
And they'll try for a better outcome next week as they head to D.C. to take on the Washington Commanders.
So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.